Hi, I'm Camille. Today I'm going to show you how to make a sort of Spirograph-inspired pendant. If you played with Spirograph as a kid, you can see this pendant has little lines crisscrossing it that remind me of a spirograph. So I'm going to show you how to make that. Get ready to hit pause because here are the supplies that you'll need. So you're going to start by measuring your wire. I have been using 28 inches. If you are confident in this, you can probably go down to 26 inches because I end up cutting off a few inches each time. But I wanted to make sure, especially for the video, that I didn't run up short. So there's 28 inches. I'm using 26 gauge sterling silver wire. I've tried with some 24 gauge wire, and I just like the way the 26 looks a little better. If you have 24 gauge, you can certainly use that. And I haven't used this wire for a while, so I am going to clean it with my cloth. Just pull the wire through the cloth a few times to get the tarnish from neglect off of it. So start by stringing on the 10 rondelle beads that you have. Then grab the ends of the wire and pull all of the beads down to the middle. And once you have them here, then you can verify that they're going to pretty much go around your focal bead. You want a pretty tight fit. You don't want an extra loose fit. You don't want extra beads in there because then it's harder to keep the outside shape looking correct. Also, I have found that some number of outside beads work better than others for making the spirograph kind of pattern that we're going to do. So put your focal bead through the ends of both pieces of wire and pull it down to your 10 outside beads. Then I'm going to just push that up around, and I'm going to actually pull one of these wires back through the middle so that there's one going on each side of this outer ring, so that halfway through I've got one wire on each side, and I'm going to make sure that that is halfway, so 5 and 5, and then pull it. You don't want to pull it as completely snug as you can because you want to sort of have where they're naturally going to pull apart on the other end enough loose wire that you can push them together. Then I'm just going to tuck the ends of this down just so they stay in place while I'm working. And then select either one of these wires, and for the 10 beads I'm going to go around in a loop of 3 at a time. So I start here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to pull it over to the other side, and I'm going to turn the whole thing over. Then again, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, pull it between those two beads, turn the whole thing over. I'm going to keep working around in the same direction, 1, 2, 3, through the middle, and turn it over, 1, 2, 3, turn it over, 1, 2, 3, turn it over, and see, you can see I'm not quite back where I started yet. I've got to go around again. And then I'm back to where I started. So I'm going to leave that short end and I'm going to pick up the other long end. Now I don't want to go back in the same direction and overlap the wire I've just done. I want to keep going around, because you'll notice if I go 1, 2, 3 and pull it this way, it's creating a new line that hasn't existed before. So go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to keep going the same direction now around this way. 1, 2, 3, turn it, 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 turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, and I'm back joined up where I started. Now I'm going to take the two shortened wires and I'm going to twist them together. Don't have to twist all the way to the end because you just need enough to do a wire wrapped loop here. So with your round nose pliers, make a loop and then wrap this around. Cut it off as close as you can get it. Be careful not to cut any of the wires that are part of your design. Then with your needle nose pliers, you can tuck under the sharp edges of that wire. And it's all done. There you go, and you can either do a pendant or you can make two and do earrings. And if you were wondering, you can do them with different size beads. Some have worked better than others, or you can give it a try without a focal bead at all. Depending on how large the beads are on the outside, you may want to do a different number of beads that you're skipping over each time. You don't want something that's easily divisible though. So like with 10 beads, if you went 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, it won't look as good. Or this I only went around one time. It won't look as good to me as if when you do something that's not easily divisible by the number of beads that you are making on the halo. You'll get more of a crisscross pattern if it's something that you have to keep going around and around and around to catch up to where you started. Ones that I have found worked well are 8 beads skipping 3, 10 beads skipping 3, or 13 beads skipping 3. So there's some options. I hope you enjoyed making this little pattern with me. Oscar did.